Hello, I'm Kimo Hussey, and I have Zanuck Lindsey with me today. Zanuck is an ukulele instructor, and we've done some previous sessions together, and I thought we'd add some variety so that you don't get tired of seeing and listening to me all the time. And what we're going to talk about today is touch. It's such an important thing, and more often than not, in ukulele playing and in teaching ukulele, we don't address touch. What is touch? It's very difficult to define, actually, and touch is touch. It's the way your fingers actually pick or strum the strings. The important thing about touch is when properly applied, it's possible to add a really, really wonderful emotional content to the music we do. Don't you think, Dan?
Absolutely, absolutely. You'll be demonstrating for them shortly, I'm sure. They'll hear the different palette of tonal colors you offer with touch.
Yeah, and from your standpoint in the teaching you do, how would you define touch?
Well, like you said, it's hard to describe. It's more like a feeling for me.
Mm-hmm.
When I listen to someone who has great touch, they have a command over their the technical side of their instrument, where they can express subtle nuances like warmth, aggressive, brittle. All these tonal palettes, the whole spectrum, can be addressed.
Cool. So it's as if touch then is the catalyst. It's the tool that you use in order to address whatever it is about the music that you want to portray.
And also it addresses rhythm, which I think is a fundamental thing that all ukulele players need to work with. You spoke about using a metronome in another video, and that's part of touch, to know that you can control that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to play a song. This song is Danny Boy. You probably know that song. And it's a song that goes slower as opposed to faster. And I'm going to play this song, and then we'll let Zanuck lead our brief discussion on touch as it relates to this song.
Pretty good.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Well, there's a lot to say right there, and you spoke without saying a word. That's what the whole idea of great touch is. And first, you might have noticed that Kimo didn't really play with any intentional rhythm. There wasn't a count off to set him up. He was playing with what we call legato style of playing, which is an open, non-rhythmic feeling, and that allows Kimo, as the ukulele artist, to express himself with his ability to play softly, or his options to play softly, to play dramatically, emotionally, reflectively. There's all kinds of adjectives to use, and you could hear all of that. And so why is that important? It's because for the listener, you're drawn in closer. It creates a more intimate connection with the player. But you need the skill and the wisdom and the good taste to be able to do that. And so that takes time. You need to sit with your instrument and really listen carefully to the options that you have.
Oh, one of the things about the emotional content of music is for you to trust your instincts because they're accurate. In feeling the music, we can all feel the music. That has nothing to do with proficiency. But as we feel the music, what you need to do is trust your instincts enough to know that with a little bit of practice, you can actually adjust and practice touch in a way that improves your music and improves the emotional dividends that your music can provide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that you taught us in your classes, Kimo, is that you can start with touch by listening to the range of what your ukulele can play. If you play close to the bridge, you're going to get a sound that's a little thinner and the attack is a little sharper. As you move towards the sound hole and towards the neck, the sound gets a little warmer. So you have this spectrum of sound that you can experiment with. That's a way to start. And then expression is completely subjective to what you want to express. If you want to play that same song but in an aggressive style, then go ahead and do that. That's
correct.
You know, but Kimo's preferences have been to have a beautiful sound with a warm flesh tone with his thumb and his finger, and that's his style that we all know him as being an expert at. So that's his touch, but yours could be completely different.
Cool. Okay, so what we want to do with this session is just to begin a discussion, a dialogue on touch. So it's not as if we're able to to cover everything in this video, but we would love to have your feedback with regard to touch, because we don't ever profess that we know everything about the things that we discuss. One more thing before we close: remember this name and remember this face. Zanuck Lindsey, one of the best musicians around and one of the best ukulele teachers. Please, please, please keep the guy busy. Thank you so much. Thank you, Zanuck.
Hey, aloha. Thank you very much.